I once read a story online about a woman whose marriage was in trouble. For a long time, she couldn't figure out what was wrong. Her husband, who used to be so affectionate, had become cold and distant. He started coming home late, always saying he was busy with work, and when he was home, he was constantly on his phone, smiling at the screen. She had a gut feeling something was off. She tried talking to him, but he'd just get annoyed and say she was overthinking things. The arguments became more frequent, and the silence between them grew heavier. One day, she accidentally saw a message on his phone. It was from a female colleague, filled with flirty emojis and inside jokes. Her heart sank. So, her suspicions were right. She confronted him, but he denied everything, claiming they were just friends and that she was being paranoid. He even accused her of invading his privacy. The fight was huge, and it left her feeling completely lost and heartbroken. Was she really the crazy one? Was she imagining it all? For weeks, she was in a daze. She loved her husband and didn't want to lose her family, but the trust was shattered. She considered leaving, but the thought of breaking up her home, especially if she was just being overly sensitive, was terrifying. She felt trapped in this cycle of suspicion and denial. She couldn't eat, she couldn't sleep. Every time his phone buzzed, her anxiety would spike. The man she married felt like a stranger. Then, she decided to do something different. Instead of confronting him or snooping, she started focusing on herself. She reconnected with old friends, picked up hobbies she'd long forgotten, and started going to the gym. She poured her energy into her work and her own well-being. It wasn't about making him jealous. It was about reclaiming her own life and happiness, independent of him. She started to feel stronger, more confident. The constant anxiety began to fade, replaced by a sense of peace she hadn't felt in a long time. As she changed, something unexpected happened. Her husband started to notice. He saw her laughing with her friends, saw her glowing with a newfound confidence. He saw that she wasn't waiting around for him anymore, that her world didn't revolve solely around their troubled marriage. He started coming home earlier. He started putting his phone away. He began trying to talk to her, not to argue, but to actually connect. One evening, he finally broke down and confessed everything. He admitted he had been emotionally involved with his colleague. He said he got caught up in the attention and the excitement. But seeing his wife become so strong and independent made him realize what a huge mistake he was making and what he was about to lose. He begged for her forgiveness and promised to cut off all contact with the other woman and go to counseling with her. The story didn't say whether she forgave him or not. And honestly, that's not the most important part. The real lesson here is about self. When she stopped focusing on his betrayal and started focusing on her own value, the power dynamic shifted. She wasn't a victim anymore. She was a woman who knew her worth. Whether she chose to rebuild her marriage or start a new life, she would be doing it from a position of strength, not desperation. It's a powerful reminder that in any relationship, the most important one you have is with yourself. Thank you for listening.